This week test, well, some people don't call them motorcycles. In fact, technically they're not. They're ATVs or all-terrain vehicles. But this particular ATV is made by Can-Am. It is powered by a motorcycle engine, and you can buy it only from motorcycle shops. It is in fact the Outlander 800R Max Limited. Not only is this a Max model, it's a Max Limited model, so it's the Mac Daddy of all the Outlanders. What that Limited gives you, well, you get these funky alloy wheels. You also get this new air suspension. It comes with 2 Fox Air racing shocks, and that air suspension has actually got 6 different levels on it, depending on whether you're carrying a pillion or you've got a big cargo load, and you can change it on the fly. That's pretty cool. Also has a neat little compressor attachment which stores in the back there, so if you get a flat or one of your mates has got a puncture, simply whip the seat off, attach the compressor hose, pump up, away you go again. That's pretty cool. You've also got this 3,000 pound winch here, so if you get really stuck, you can whip it around a tree and haul yourself out. But saying that, I've ridden this thing today in some pretty tough extreme conditions, and even in 2-wheel drive it seems to have got through pretty much most of it. In fact, I only had to do the on-the-fly 4x4 switch once, and that's testament to how capable this bike is. Now you might think I'm overdressed for riding a farm quad, and you'd be absolutely right. But this is certainly no farm quad. It's an ATV, and it's a recreational ATV, and it'll pretty much go anywhere. So you can take it trail riding, you can do the cows in the morning, you can chuck a gun rack on it and go hunting, fishing, you name it. And it has the ability to pretty much go anywhere. Speaking of extreme conditions, we've been hammering this one today in some nasty, sticky, sloppy clay, and it's just been fantastic. One thing you do need to watch though with this extra long wheelbase and having a pillion on the back, steep terrain, be very careful. You don't want to be flipping something over because these things follow you down the hill. Now, a lot of farm quads and trail quads for that matter have independent rear suspension. Now, the Can-Am differs in that it's got TTI rear suspension, and the wheels here only move up and down. There's no butterfly style movement of the wheel, so it's the only quad out there that eliminates scrub and camber changes, or those camber changes don't affect it, it just keeps moving straight up and down, so for maximum traction. Now, if you look in here, you'll see these inboard discs. There's one on either side. Now that keeps them away from the wheels where all the mud and rubbish is. Keeps them nice and clean, ready to use. Also has an auto locking diff on this Can-Am, and that engages power to the wheels automatically, no button required, does it all itself. Easy. Max by name, Max by nature. This baby is powered by an 800cc Rotax EFI V twin engine. It puts out 71 horsepower. Now that's more than enough for any quad in my book, and it's more than enough to have a lot of fun in 2-wheel drive particularly. Another neat feature is the dynamic power steering here, and again you can change it, maximum input, minimum output, and you can do it on the fly. And just to round it all off, well, in case you get lost on the farm, there's a little Garmin sat navigation system here. It's got a little charger that pops out from behind the instrument binnacle. And away you go. Now, after a day riding in the bush and mucking around on the farm, I have to say I rate this machine very highly. It's got a stonking engine, it's got a great chassis, a host of features that make it incredibly useful, and it looks the part too, I must say, with these blue painted plastics. So all that remains to be told is the price. 21,366 including GST. There is a slightly cheaper model that's just over 19,000, but you don't get the flash alloys, you don't get the sat navigation, you don't get the air suspension. If it was me that was buying it, well, I'd have to plumb for all the toys, just because you've got to have them, you know. For me, this Outlander Max Limited, it's a fantastic machine, and if you're into your quadding, ATVing, farming, shooting, hunting, I suggest you get out and have a go at one.